My Sister, My Sitter seems like such a dark episode of The Simpsons. This is the 17th episode of the 8th season. It's directed by Jim Reardon and it aired originally in May 1997. And in this one, Lisa is trying to earn some money through babysitting and she ends up babysitting Bart. Bart is, of course, outraged by this because Bart is the older sibling. How could Lisa possibly babysit her big brother? But of course, we know Lisa is significantly more sensible than Bart. And this is proven when Bart does everything he can to try and destroy Lisa's chance of ever babysitting again. And he goes riot around the house, causing all kinds of problems. And he ends up getting seriously injured. And at that point, I genuinely thought it took a really dark turn. And I was waiting for something to happen. And I'll discuss what I mean by that with a spoiler warning in a moment. But it was really quite a dark and emotional episode. Obviously, it has its comedic moments, but I wanted the best for Lisa. I hated seeing Bart winding her up and ruining her chances of ever babysitting again. And then when Bart became hurt, it was genuinely quite shocking because I hadn't expected it, at least not to that extent. And it is quite gritty, but it works very well. Of course, it's a very entertaining episode. It is quite shocking. It is surprising, at least I found it to be. There are, of course, funny moments as well. I really enjoyed it, despite the fact that it's much darker than I was expecting. It is a very good episode. I think the narrative is very good, the pacing is very good, the characteristics of Bart and Lisa are very true to personality, and everything that happens makes a lot of sense. So, I've seen it a few times, and every time I've enjoyed it. So, spoiler warning, I'll explain what I mean by I was waiting for something to happen. So, spoilers from now. When Bart keeps hitting his head and then there's silence, and Lisa finds that he is unconscious and then puts him in a wheelbarrow, as you would, I was expecting him to wake up and, yell surprise or gotcha or something. I just thought he was playing a prank and that he was doing this to get back at Lisa, and the fact that that's not the case made it so dark and kind of disturbing. But it worked. It worked very well. I really enjoyed My Sister, My Sitter. It's a good episode. I've seen it, as I said, a few times. Every time I've enjoyed it. I'll imagine I'll enjoy it the next time I watch it. It's certainly maybe not what I was expecting, but it's still a very good episode.